The greatest ideas have come from sitting on the toilet. Every day, some company, individual, or group is known for giving the public a load of bullshit. Come here to get your daily dose of shit by Alan Cousin. It's time you hear the shit everyone wants to know.
Now to have your attention, welcome to the Daily Dose of Shit with your host, Alan Cousin. Today is Tuesday, December 27, 2022. New Year is right around the corner. And yes, 2023 is soon to become the year we actually have to write on our checks and on our memos and on our newspapers and so forth. But anyway, with the new year coming, I wanted to talk about something that's very interesting. At least it's very interesting to me. Did you know that New Year's is a very exciting day? Now, granted, it's very exciting because, New Year's basically is where we start a new year. Some people have their New Year's resolutions of what they think they're going to be able to do, and others have I didn't do this last year, but I'm going to try to fulfill and finish it this year thoughts. And of course, we all say, okay, well, this year wasn't the best year, but I'm going to make it better next year. So it's New Year's. It's very exciting for everyone because it gives us hope. It gives us the ability to believe that things can become better and that we as an individual or as a society or as a group can do better the next year. And did you know that New Year's is such an exciting day that they have stated by statistics that more people are willing to help each other and are actually in the best of moods on New Year's Eve going into New Year's Day? That they have cited that people are actually happy and more so nice to each other on that one special day. Isn't that interesting? That people find a way to be nicer towards everyone and each other for that one particular day. Now, what is it about New Year's Day that clearly individuals can change? Clearly, individuals can party together, worship together, help each other out without question. But then the rest of the year, that may not happen. I was sitting down, on my throne, taking my normal dump, and I just thought about that because, New Year's is my favorite year. It's my favorite day of the year. New Year's Eve, I'm always looking forward to New Year's Eve because I'm always looking at how I can improve myself, how I can help others. I look at how much I've accomplished in the year before and what I've done and how I've done it. And, I look at everything as a whole to see what and who I am as an individual and how can I make myself a better individual the year coming up. So it's a very, very special holiday for me. But it just really made me think about the situation when I read statistically that people tend to be nicer on that one day and help people on that one day and work together with each other more than any other day of the year. What is it that we are doing in that one day? Is it a certain beverage we're drinking or food we're eating, or is the air just a little bit different, or the moon or the sun or the stars? Because whatever it is, ladies and gentlemen, we need to keep that every day. We need to have what ever we're having that day, doing whatever we're doing that day, every day. Because if that's what it's going to take for us to actually care about each other, to actually show support for one another, to love one another, to unite together and be as one, then please, by all means, let's find out whatever it is that we're doing that one day, that one night, and find a way to do it every single day of the year for the rest of our lives. Because clearly something is different on that one day. Clearly something makes us want to be a better person on that one day more than any other day of the year. And that says a lot. Because you know what it tells me? It tells me we can change. It tells me that we have the abilities to become a better person, to share ourselves in the more positive fashion and more positive attitude. We have the abilities and we have the choice. And it has been shown that those choices can be made in a more positive action and more positive way, because that one day proves it. That one day, New Year's Day, proves that it can be a better world. But for some reason, after that day is gone, so is the opportunity, so are the emotions, so are the actions that followed on that one day, slowly disappearing, and we all go back to a more unpleasant view of who we are. It's crazy when you think about it, right? I mean, I don't know about you, but I think that's amazingly hilarious but crazy at the same time, and even in some forms horrific. Because why wouldn't we want to be a good person? Why wouldn't we want to be a person that help and feel good about ourselves and love ourselves and help others and love others and enjoy life in a more passionate, happy, loving way? Why wouldn't we want to be that type of person instead of criticizing and bullying and making others feel inferior so we can feel superior, and chastising and patronizing and literally lying and backstabbing and hurting others just for the benefit of ourselves so we can get something out of it? Why would we want to be that individual? Why can't we just be the individual that cares and helps and shares? Because that would be the right thing to do. I'll say it one more time. That would be the right thing to do. Now, I've gone through my times of despair. You know, I've not been the best of person either. I mean, I've been a very hateful person at times. I was a person that literally didn't help others at times. I was a person that was, in some forms, evil and hatred at times too. I mean, I've done it. I'm not saying I haven't. I wasn't perfect. Still not perfect. But I've learned from my mistakes and I've improved upon myself. And I show it now in my actions that I care about others and I love and care about myself, and I want to make the world a better place. And I do the best I can in my own words and my own actions to make the world a better place. You know, I go throughout the city sometimes and I'll buy someone dinner or pay for someone's coffee, or just go up to a child and say, "Oh, you lost this," and give them a $10 or $20 bill with their parents saying, "Oh, thank you so kindly." You know, because I know those little things that I do, those little actions I do, can make a big difference in life, because those individuals that I'm helping hopefully will pass on that good action to someone else in need one day, and so on and so on. And a domino effect may hopefully occur where people will then help people simply because they know it's a good thing to do. They know it's the right thing to do. But I don't know. I don't know, because it's so easy to say that you're going to support others. It's so easy to say you're going to be there for them. It's so easy to say that you care, but when it's time to show it in your actions, it's not the easiest thing to do. I remember many times when I started my own business, my own family and friends, who you would have thought would be more than happy to support me, more than happy to assist me and help me, were actually the ones that didn't do anything. And then when questioned about it, just made simple excuses and didn't want to talk about it because they didn't want to feel negative to know that they didn't do anything to help me, but yet they always talk about how they want to be there for me. And like I said, it happens. I'm not going to hold that over their heads. I'm not going to continually bring it up to them, but it just amazed me how the ones you think are there to support you, that you think are there to truly care about you and want to be there to help you succeed, when time comes, sometimes those are the ones that fail you the most. And then it amazes me how sometimes you'll help others and you'll do everything you can to make their lives better. And then in doing so and succeeding where they are actually in a much better standing, they may say thank you verbally, but their actions say otherwise because they really didn't appreciate fully what you did for them. And you wonder how and why. How could this be? How could it be that we as humans can help each other, and sometimes we are disregarded for the help we give, or sometimes we are the ones that disregard those that helped us? How do we do that? What is it? Is it something in our blood system or something in our brain waves? I mean, what is it that makes us not realize the negative situation that we are creating by not being appreciative and not showing appreciation to others for what they offer and what they did for us? What is it that makes us forget to be the better person? I often wonder, do we need to suffer so that we understand the experience of suffering? So therefore, then we can help others who are suffering because we now understand through our experience how it feels to suffer? Maybe that might be the problem, because some of us think we suffer, but there's levels of suffering. There's levels of despair. There's levels of success, and there's levels of failure. I know that I was homeless one time for a week. And let me tell you, being homeless for 7 days, it gives you a very clear picture of what life can offer and how devastating life can be when you have to think about where's your next meal, or think about where you're going to sleep, or how you're going to take a bath or a shower, how you're going to get a job, how you're going to eat and drink. These are things that you have to now look at every day, because now these are currently the problems that you have to deal with no matter what. Because you don't have a home, you don't have a car, you don't have money in the pockets or money in the bank. And it taught me a lot. It showed me how appreciative I need to be just for anything and everything I have. Because you really never think about it. When you're born with nothing. And when you die leaving everything. So therefore, anything you have from the day you're born until the day you die, you should be very, very appreciative for it, because literally you deserve nothing. Nothing is promised to any of us. Nothing is said, when you're born, you're going to get this and that's going to be a guarantee. No. All you're guaranteed is to breathe. And hopefully to have 2 hands, 2 feet, 2 legs, 2 eyes, 10 toes, 10 fingers, and hopefully good health. Because that's not even a guarantee. That's not a guarantee that when you're born you won't have any complications. So you have to think about, what you have in life. You have to think about what you should be appreciating every single day, every single moment, every single second of your life that you have that others don't, that you take for granted, where others pray every day to God or Yahweh or whoever they believe in, asking for just a little of what you have. And I think we don't think about that. I think maybe we do need to experience a little bit of poverty or, homelessness or something so negative to make us understand the compellingness of what it feels like to have nothing and to be desperate and helpless and not know where to turn to, so that you can understand it. So when you finally do get whatever you get, you don't take it for granted, and you actually appreciate it, and you actually thank God that you have it. Complacency is very constant. I've seen many times with my own girls or with other people, friends and their spouses, how you can get so complacent at times, thinking that your life is so terrible because you're missing one or two things, but you're not looking directly at all the things you have and all the things you've acquired and all the things that are actually there that you enjoy, but others have yet to enjoy or couldn't even dream of having. And it makes me say, wow, how is it that we can so easily forget all the good things in life because we focus so quickly on the bad? But, I was taught a long time by my mentor about the truth. And the truth of life is you always want what you can't have, and you always disregard what you have. It's like a child. You can give a child a new toy, and that child will enjoy a toy for only so long, then they'll toss it to the side. But once you decide to take that toy away from that child and give it to someone else or to some other child, then that child will cry and beg for that toy back. But that toy was right there in the corner being ignored by that child for so many days, so many weeks, so many months, so many years. Because it's true. We always want what we can't have, and we always disregard what we already have. And I don't know why we do. I don't understand that. Maybe someone out there does. But if there's a way to fix that so that we cannot do it again, please, by all means, help us. Please, by all means, share with us the knowledge that you have or the medication or whatever that will stop us from negating all the things we should be appreciating. I mean, seriously, please help so that we can change for a better life for not only us but for others. Because my thing is, granted, there are some people out there, yes, they are homeless and they're not really homeless. There's people out there that unfortunately will utilize their children to try to gain sympathy from you so that you can pay them money on the corners and on the streets, and they're going home to a nice home because they just want extra money that is tax-free so that, they can improve their lives, but not for the right reasons. And there are people out there who are truly in need, but nobody knows because you don't see them, because they're not in your view to know that they're in need. And it always amazes me because every year we get at least $200 billion a year through charities. $200 billion a year, just in case you didn't hear me say that. Last year alone, we got $225 billion in charities. But yet we still have homeless people. Yet we still have people who are definitely ill. Yet we still don't have a cure for cancer or diabetes. But all this money, billions of dollars, is going out because there are people out there who do care and are donating to hopefully improve life for others. But it just makes me question, are we all on the same page? Are we all trying to help humanity? Trying to improve life as one goal? Trying to make humankind once again a statement that we all can believe in, and a statement that can once again be looked upon in a positive way? Are we really doing that, or are we just acting the part, playing a role in this game of life as an actor or an actress so that people believe we care, but in all honesty, behind closed doors, we don't give no care at all? Because many of us out there will smile and agree on how things need to change, but won't do one thing to change it on their own. That's scary. Because, here's the thing you have to remember, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes you think, well, I don't need to help that individual because, hey, it's not my responsibility. But then what if your child winds up being the next individual that has that same problem, and you now want someone to help you? But yeah, you didn't take the time to help others who was in the problem before your child or yourself or your family member was the next victim. Think about that, because nothing says that it cannot happen to you. Nothing says you can't lose everything. Nothing says that you are guaranteed anything in life. Because just as quickly as you gain something, you can just as easily lose it. Just as quickly as you live, you can just as quickly die. Just as quickly as you are loved, you can just as quickly be hated, bullied, and ousted. And you'll say, but it'll never happen to me. Oh, that'll never happen to me. Because, it may happen to others, but it'll never happen to me. Well, guess what? I'm going to tell you something that my Uncle Boy used to tell me a long time ago. Never say never. Because anything can happen to anyone. And that's why I feel that we need to really focus on helping each other. But more so, we need to realize that our lives are not guaranteed in any way to give us anything. So we need to be appreciative for what we have, and we need to be happy that we have anything at all. A lot of people right now are talking about the book of Revelations and Nostradamus, and they're all talking about what's coming and how the test of God will be placed upon us, and how Revelations, the book of Revelations, is truly about to really occur now with 7 signs. And you know what? I'm not going to say it's not going to happen, because with everything that's going on, it's looking pretty close that it probably will happen. But the question you have to ask yourself is, should we be surprised? Should we be surprised now that we are about to go through possibly 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, or 7 years of this book of Revelations with angels and demons and nature and forces and storms and who knows what, famine and war and money loss and drought? Because a reset button basically has to be pushed, because we have to realize what we have forgotten, that we are all the same. We are all human. We are all born the same, and we all bleed the same, breathe the same. Yes, we might have deficiencies, but overall we are all still the same. And the day we realize that we are still all the same, that we realize that nothing makes us different. Yet you might have more money than me, or I may have more clout than you, or connections, or I might own bigger things than you, or have more assets, or you may have more assets, but still, we are all still human. We are all still of humankind. And trust me, we are not alone. There are others out there, and they are watching us. And they are paying attention to how our actions are being towards others, because you know what? They may go ahead and take the actions we're being given towards others, and they may bring forth those actions toward us sooner than later to teach us a lesson about humanity and humankind. You have to think about that. You have to think we're not the only ones in this world, this universe, this galaxy. We are not the only ones. And if you think we're the only ones, then please call me, because I got a lot of land in outer space that I can sell you for a real good price. But like I said, I was on my throne doing my thing, and I just thought about it because I was so excited about New Year's Eve, so excited about my favorite day of the year. And then I just thought about how those statistics just popped in my head about how generous and kind we are on that day. How many people truly can be nice to each other one day out of the whole year. But for some reason, only one day out of the whole year. Let us change that, shall we? Let us look at ourselves in the mirror. Let us look at what we have done. Let us improve upon ourselves, and let us realize that, you know what? Maybe it's time we start being just nicer, kinder, and stop judging others. Because we don't like when people judge us, right? So why judge others then if you don't want to be judged? And start to realize that we are all human, and we all have problems. We all need answers, and we all are imperfect. But we all can help each other in some form or way. And the sooner we learn that, the sooner we learn how equal we are and how close related we are and how associated we really are to each other, the sooner we'll realize how to accomplish more things to improve not only ourselves but everyone around us, to the point where maybe, just maybe, we might get a little bit closer to that utopia that could exist if we really wanted to, but refuses to exist because some of us just refuse to change. Now, with that being said, I'm not going to keep going on because it's like me beating a mule. I'm not going to do that because you got the drift. You understand what I'm talking about. You understand where I'm heading. And the thing is, you have a choice. Listen to these words and make a difference. And if you're already doing it, then continue to do it. But if you're not doing it, then stop being dumb. Stop being an asshole. Stop being mean and cruel. And actually, just be human. Be a nice, good person, a nice, good human, and show what the true definition of humanity before the Webster's Dictionary was. Show what we were born to be and why we were born in God's image, to be like God towards each other. Because we still have a chance. It's not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. The world is still here. And we can change. We can save not only the world, but we can save each other. If we just think about it, and instead of just thinking about it for once, as Nike would say, just do it. Just do it for once. Stop wondering and just be. Because you know what? Time waits for no one. And sooner or later, we are going to run out of time. And that day that we do run out of time, every one of us will all suffer the same fate. So if you don't help them now, you're just not helping yourself either in the long run. So think about that. When you want to help yourself, if the opportunity allowed it, when you want to improve yourself and save yourself, if you did the right actions and helped others by saving them, and if the answer is no, then hey, just be you then. But if the answer is yes, then you still have a chance to change. We still have time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take that time and let's do what's right for once. And let's show that we do have the intelligence and we do have the knowledge and the power to create an action and change the actions that we currently have going on today with a reaction that's much more positive and powerful that will change the actions for centuries to come. I dare you. I double dog dare you to do that, to show you can change and help others and help yourself. Because look in that mirror and love yourself. Look at you and be happy for who you are. Stop being negative, not only towards others, but stop being negative towards yourself, because you are amazing. You are absolutely amazing. And you need to remember that every single day of your life and tell others how amazing they are as well. Well, I'm going to go ahead and play a song that I feel really is going to touch base and touch home with this topic of mine. And it's a song way back. I'm pretty sure the generation of today and, even the generation before then probably never heard this song. So maybe they might listen and might learn something. So here we are. We Are the World by various celebrities. So there you have it. Very long old song there, brings back memories actually. I first saw that video back in the early 80s. And, it makes me think, maybe we need to hear a song like that again. Maybe we need to have unity of celebrities and stars and individuals come together again so that we can realize and re-educate ourselves and re-educate our future generations of the importance of helping each other, because by helping each other we're helping one another. We're saving our own lives by helping those in need, because in the long run, if we don't help, in the end we all are affected because of what happens by us not helping. So, yes, normally my daily dose of shit is me complaining. But today, my daily dose of shit is me asking us to just be human again. Asking each and every one of you to think about your own lives and others, and realize that by helping each other, you're helping yourself. That at the end, we are saving our own lives by making a difference to those who need us now. So I hope that you take this show, think about it, and maybe, just maybe, in 2023, make a difference to someone else so that you can, in the long run, save your own life and then truly make a better day for you and me. Happy holidays. And for everyone out there, early Happy New Year.
Thanks for listening to your Daily Dose of Shit Talk Show. If you have some insights, questions, or information of bullshit to pass on, please email us at momentousevents@aol.com. Make sure to come back daily to hear some new shit about money, business, life, and who knows what else as I take a dump on the toilet.